Princess Tisulsky, alleged find of an 800 million years old woman in a coffin, accidentally found in a coal mine in Siberia. The discovery of Princess Tisulsky shocked the audience. The coffin was completely filled with a mysterious crystal clear pink and blue liquid. It was said to be over 800 million years old. Russian scientists allegedly found an 800 million year old woman, and they named her Princess Tisulsky inside a coffin full of strange substance. And according to official data, the oldest records that could have been obtained from humans on this planet are 30,000 years old. According to General Science, the age of humanity is more or less less than 30 millennia. So if this is confirmed, we have to change all of our history books. Who was she? Where was she from? And this technology of the liquid, exorbitant surprise of that. Researchers at the time when they found the strange marble coffin, they uncovered it to see its contents. They didn't want to give it to the authorities first because they thought that this box, this tremendously beautifully carved stone box coffin, could have been filled with gold and precious gems. And they thought that if they gave it closed, they would not see any of it. That's why they opened it themselves. When they found the princess, this woman of unmeasurable beauty, said to have blonde hair and blue eyes, in this mysterious pink liquid, that's when they called the authorities. So the discovery was not recent, but occurred in 1969 in a region called Kemerovo in a coal mine more than 80 meters deep, 240 feet down in Siberia. It was a normal day of work at the time. One day in September of 1969 when Karnukov, a daring mining worker, found a very strange object, like a kind of sarcophagus or a coffin, which they took out of the depths of the earth and opened it in public for all the inhabitants of the village of Tisulsky to see. The people were stupefied. They noticed that there was a woman inside, but her body was intact as if she had been buried a short time ago. In fact, she was not corrupted. Her body inside was in a strange liquid, transparent pink blue in color, which seemed to keep her in those conditions as if she was sleeping. Her skin was white and subtle, whiter than an albino's, and she was wearing a very sheer, see-through, unknown fabric, a special type of a fabric. The whole town was amazed at her, and they called her the Princess Tisulsky. That image was impressed in the sight of 100 people. She had particular beauty, blue eyes, blonde hair, very similar to a European woman, and she looked to be about 25 to 30 years old. She was wearing a white translucent dress that allowed her body to be seen, so she was not wearing any underwear, and she gave the impression of being asleep. Surprisingly, on her head, the woman wore a kind of a rectangular box similar to a mobile phone of this time. After their prolonged exposure for almost 24 hours in that village, the tremendous find was reported to the authorities of the district center, and soon the helicopter, along with several soldiers, appeared on the site, where they evicted the people, warning that this site was contaminated and was dangerous and contagious to humans. The people who admitted to having touched the coffin were quarantined, as well as those who were closest to it. Immediately, the military tried to get the helicopter to the strange object with the body of the woman, but since it was too heavy to lift and fly away, they made the decision to remove the substance that was surrounding her remains. So as soon as the liquid left the coffin, the corpse began to take on a blackened appearance as if it were in a horror movie, and at once the lady took on the color of a human, and all her appearance in the matter of seconds turned into that of a living person, At that moment, they closed the coffin and took it away. A few days later, the Russian government handed over the case to a group of scientists from Novosibirsk who performed various tests in the laboratory. One of the researchers said that the age of the body was about 800 million years old, exceeding the estimated age of coal, which has put even more in doubt Darwin's theory of the evolution of species. However, despite the decades since the discovery, it has not been published massively or officially, so they kept it under wraps. Now, in several internet portals, there are some photographs where you can see the woman in her intact and young state, and others where you can see the body already aged like a mummy, as we've done with the photographs used to cover. Unfortunately, these photos do not belong to the story told. Now, we have not been able to find any real photographs on the internet. The photographs do not correspond to the young woman as she was found, but the images were taken from the film Snow White in 1987. Other photos belong to the Egyptian or Iranian mummy, or have or found anything official about this incident, which makes us think that everything was perhaps a hoax, like many others that run through the network, especially coming out of Russia. Now, what is your thought of this? Could it be real, or is it just an internet myth? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is from Collective Spark. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.